This is a refilm of my intro because for some reason my phone decided to turn the video to slow-mo after it had been filming for like a minute. Also, the dice roll, not on camera, but I did get a 9. I did roll a 9, I promise. I hate odd numbers, so I would never pick it, but this is my high. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is, ignore that, this is my April TBR. So, enjoy. Have fun. Bye-bye. Alright, so, we're gonna ignore the camera problems that I just had. Move on. I tried to pick out a bunch of the challenge prompts because I don't want to do them. So there are probably still some in here. We'll just have to skip over them. Whatever. If I find one that I'm not gonna do, I'll just skip over it. But we gotta pick 9 books. So let's go. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna like pick the prompts, all of them, and then pick the books, or if I'm gonna pick the books as I pick the prompts. It's a regular prompt, by the way. This one says people on the cover. That one's actually easy. Okay. I think I'm gonna just keep them down here and we'll see how I like this idea of it for now. So we're gonna pick 9 prompts and then we'll go about the books. And then we've got another normal one. Middle grade. Oh, I do have some middle grade. Okay. That's cool. Might actually start a series that I really need to. So that's 2 of them. This is another normal one, which is what we're hoping for, is mostly normal. A strong female character. I can definitely do that. There are multiple. It depends on how big of a commitment I want to make. And we have a horror. Okay. I do have a couple of those too, actually. Oh, I might use the one that I'm already reading, though. That's not physical. This one's a challenge. We'll see what it says. No, we're not going to do this one. Okay. We're just going to put that back here. Move on. We've got 4 right now. We need 5 more. Oh my goodness. I got another one. This one is... We're also not going to do that because I don't have any books that fit that. Otherwise we would, but I don't have any books and I'm not going to buy books, so. It's a hard one. A next book in a series. I can definitely do that, so we'll put that there. I am going to be buying new releases. Like, I don't care. New releases will be happening. A favorite setting. Okay. I need to count how many I have now because I'm not counting. I'm just going through them. We're not going to do that either. It's a challenge. It's a regular. Okay. Dystopian. I do have some for that one. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 2 more. We might be getting major fantasy based this month, actually. It's a hard prompt. A book with a 1-word title. Okay. Alright. Hopefully I can do that, actually. I can. There's at least one right here that I can see. I don't know if I want to read that, but it's an option. This one says, newest book on TBR. Ooh, I don't want to count the other one that is actually my newest book, but I do know what that book is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We have all 9 of our prompts. That went really quickly, but now it's the actual picking for the prompts. So, I do know one of them, which is the newest book on my TBR, which actually I'm very scared of because I bought it because of the sprayed edges. And then, I can't even get this book out. But I bought it because of the sprayed edges, and then I never actually looked at the reviews. And then I finally looked at the reviews, and they're really bad. It's not this one. That one's really pretty too, though. Do want to read that. But my newest book on my TBR, that is not a different one because I'm reading that one with a friend, so it's a buddy, so I'm not doing it. But this one is Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. It says, learn your fortune, pay the price. I did not look at the reviews on this. I saw the spine and I said, it's coming home with me. So, I read some of the reviews. A lot of people don't like it, so I'm scared now. But it says, come for the show, stay for the magic. And then I'm not going to read the back because, like, it's a scene from the book. But I'm going to read this part. My phone has low battery. It's fine. It says, enter at your own risk and discover the greatest show unearthed in this explosive, darkly imaginative debut fantasy. For humans, the circus is a place filled with wonder and amazement. For Harrow, though, it's a place to hide from those who slaughtered her entire clan. Disguising her abilities as part of her act has kept her true identity safe for years, until he arrives. A strange new attraction with no name, no memory of who or even what he is, let alone an explanation for his odd yet deadly powers. But beneath the layers of anger and isolation, one glimpse into his inky eyes reveals a soul that calls out to the loneliness in her own, and so she chooses him. Harrow is drawn to the darkness, to her insatiable need to soothe the beast who threatens their very existence. But with every secret she unlocks with his past, another from hers whispers free as well, luring enemies who will stop at nothing to get their final revenge on Harrow. I don't know how I'm saying her name. I think I'm saying it different every time. And she's afraid she's given them the perfect weapon against her, because he's not what he seems. But maybe it's time they finally learn neither is she. So that's interesting, but also like that's pretty. This is a really pretty book. Like I really hope I like it because it's really pretty. But it sounds interesting. It's got a carnival setting, so that's, I've never read one actually. I didn't read The Night Circus. I got it from the library and then like never actually read it. I also have to like look through these real quick and find the prompts and open them so that I can like put them with the books and remember what all my prompts were. So give me a second. Okay, so I got all my things. I am going to go through a couple that, like, well, one specifically. For horror, I don't know if it's classed as a horror or a thriller, but I am reading a book on my Kindle, and I know I said we were doing mainly physical, but this one I'm already in the middle of, and it's unlimited, so, like, I'm not buying it. But I'm, like, halfway through Hidden Pictures. I can't remember who the author is, but I'm really liking it, and I want to finish it, so I'm going to put this for that, for an easy. I'm waiting to finish Powerless so then I can finish it. It's a weird little thing in my brain, okay? But I'm trying to finish Powerless so that then I can finish it. I'm halfway through both books. So we will hopefully finish them within like this weekend. That's what my goal is, because Easter is this Sunday. So I will more than likely sit in a corner and avoid people in general, because that's how I do events at people's houses. Sometimes I'll go play with my little cousins, but like most of the time, corner with a book. So that's what we're hoping is gonna happen this weekend. But I don't know. That's what happened this past weekend, and that's how I got through like half of Hidden Pictures in a day, which is the fastest I've read a book in so long. But it's a really good book. So we are going to now pick some other ones. I think I'm gonna pick some of the ones that I like know what I'm doing for, or at least have an idea. It's narrow first. So, well, let's pick the hard one. So we have a one word, right? Yeah, a book with a one-word title. Now, that one, I don't think I have any romances that are one-word titles. I do not. I have 0 romances. I'm not going, we're spinning. I have After. I don't really want to read After though. Like I have 0 desire. So we're gonna, ow, just put my finger in the wheel. Jeez, okay. That's why we don't trust Maya with things. I do have a couple fantasies. I have Heartless. I have Caraval. I can't pronounce things. Gothica. Hooked. Those are none of them. Cinder and Never, I think, are the main ones that I have on here. So, it's a tale of, do I want a romance? Do I want a fantasy? Really, that's it. Romance or fantasy. And there's only one romance. 2 romance. Do I want a dark romance or do I want a fantasy? That is a good question. Ooh. I kind of don't want to start another series. So Caraval is out. I think Hooked is out because I'm planning on reading that with my cousin at some point. Is Gothica a series? I know Heartless is in a series. I kind of don't want to read Never until I read the Magnolia Park series. Cinder is part of a series, so it's between Heartless and Gothica. But is this gonna be a series? Is a good question. Let's see. It doesn't really say. She has a different series, but it's not this one. I should look that up real quick. but it is the first one in a series. And then I have Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This one's been on my TBR for longer than this one has, and I feel like I should probably, yeah, okay. So just because, they both intrigue me, but just because of trying to get through my physical TBR. This one's been on my TBR for a couple years now. So we're going to pick Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a, I guess Alice in Wonderland retelling kind of, but it's Queen of Hearts. So let's take a sip of this drink before I do this. Ready? I can't read, so why I have a book channel, don't know. Catherine may be one of the most desired girls in Wonderland and a favorite of the unmarried king, but her interests lie elsewhere. A talented baker, she wants to open a shop and create delectable pastries, but for her mother, such a goal is unthinkable for a woman who could be a queen. At a royal ball, where Kath is expected to receive the king's marriage proposal, she meets handsome and mysterious Jest. For the first time, she feels the pull of true attraction. I was doing so good, too. At the risk of offending the king and infuriating her parents, she and Jest enter into a secret courtship. Kath is determined to choose her own destiny, but in a land thriving with magic, madness, and monsters, fate has other plans. So, this is going to be our book with a one-word title, and I am intrigued to read this because I have read Cinder before, but I want to reread because I only read the first 2 books in that series. But I did like Marissa Meyer's writing, so we'll see if I still like it now that I've grown a little bit. So, and I've read more. So now, middle grade. That one, I only really have these few fantasies back here. So, I have The Lightning Thief and Harry Potter. I have read both of these this year already, but I want to read the whole series. So, we're either going to read Percy Jackson or Harry Potter. Which one? Oh no. Why do I have to make a decision? I don't have all of the Percy Jackson series. I do have all of the Harry Potter series. It's my parents, but I have access to it all. So we're gonna go with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I've read this book twice now. Yeah. But we're gonna read it again. So this one, I'm not gonna tell the story because it's Harry Potter. Everyone kind of knows who Harry Potter is, but it's by J.K. Rowling. This is the first book in the series, so I want to do a reading the book, watching the movie thing. I've watched all the movies a million times, but that is for middle grade. And then, let's see, we've got strong female lead, favorite setting, people on cover, dystopian, or a next book in series. I think for strong female lead, favorite setting or strong female lead. I feel like any fantasy is my favorite setting. But it's really a base of, I want to use Powerless for one of those two. I have another book that I can read for the other one, but it is starting a big commitment of a series. So I'm kind of thinking, I should face the camera when I'm talking. That's one. I'm thinking I'm going to put, I have no romances, but I don't see any of those. So we're going to put Powerless as my favorite setting because I already know the setting that it's in and I like it a lot. I like any fantasy book really with settings. So we're gonna put Powerless. I just don't have it over here with me, but it's by Lauren Roberts. So love that so far. I'm halfway through. It's a great book. But I'm going to put, this is scary. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm going to put The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas on this list. This is a controversial book in the timeline of the series. This is from the Throne of Glass series. Lots of people say you should read this third. Some people say you should read it first. I am going to read it first. But it's a prequel to the series. So, I'm going to read the back. It says, The twist of a knife, the birth of a legend. Selena? I can't even pronounce the main character's name. Sardothian is her kingdom's most feared assassin. Though she works for the powerful Assassin's Guild and its scheming master, Arabin Hamel, she yields to no one and trusts only her fellow killer for hire, Sam. But when Arabin dispatches her on missions that take her from remote islands to hostile deserts, Selena finds herself acting independently of his wishes and questioning her own allegiance. If she hopes to escape Arabin's clutches, Selena will have to put her faith in her wits and her blade. knowing that if she fails, she'll lose not just a chance at freedom, but her life. This is a prequel. So, it's got small stories in it. So, this is the first book in the series. I have technically not finished the series, but we're gonna pretend like that doesn't exist. And we're gonna put this on our TBR. We have all fantasies right now. All fantasies right now. Okay, let's, what was that for? That was for a strong female character, by the way. Because I know from other people that she is a really good female character. So, now we have People Uncovered, Dystopian, and the next book in a series. So, oh, last year is when I read the first one, isn't it? I read the first book of this last April. Because it was when we went to the Taylor Swift concert. So I'm going to add this for second book in a series, actually. It's Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I read the first book last April. And I'm going to read this one hopefully this April. But I'm not going to read the back, I don't think, because it is the second book. Most people know what the series is. The first book was Six of Crows, and this is Crooked Kingdom, so it's the second one, and I'm terrified because a lot of things happen, and I've heard some spoilers, so that's scary. Okay, now we have Dystopian and People Uncover. For Dystopian, I have they're down here. I think I'm going to go with my same routine of we're going to continue a series. It's just a debate of do I want to continue a short series that I only have 2 more books of? Or do I want to continue with a long series? Because I have these 2 books. I have Insurgent and I have Ignite Me. This one I would read on audiobook. This one I would not. This one I have this book and the last one. And this one I have like a bunch of more books. So I think I'm going to go with this one, so that I can finish the series, feel accomplished. But this is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. It is the second book in the Divergent series, so I'm not gonna really talk about it, but it's the second book. And I read the first one. I don't even remember when I read the first one. I read them all whenever I was younger. Now I'm reading them all again. So, yeah. Now we have People Uncovered. I am going to choose a romance for this one because I feel like I need at least one romance in here, because there is 0 on this list. Oh my goodness, this part is not moving. It's because it's caught on my bag of rocks. Yes, I have a bag of rocks. Okay, so let's see. Almost every romance I have is People Uncovered. I guess it's another debate of do I want to finish a series or not. I can. I really don't want to read this book, but also at the same time I do. This is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. I don't remember the first book in the series, but I remember that I enjoyed it in a way, but there was a lot that I didn't enjoy in it. It does have fake people on the cover, and that's what I count as people on the cover, you know? They don't have to be real. I do have one with real people, but that book is too big to read. I am still in a kind of reading slump right now, okay? We're slow. But I think I'm going to choose Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This one is about... That's a lot to read. Okay, let's see. After losing her job and her fiancé in one fell swoop, Natalie Voss returned home to lick her wounds. A few months later, she's sufficiently drowned her sorrows in Cabernet, and she's ready to get back on her feet. She just needs her trust fund to finance her new business venture. Unfortunately, the terms require she marry before she can have the money, and well, dumped, remember? But Natalie is desperate enough to propose to a man who makes her want to kill him and kiss him in equal measure. August Cates may own a vineyard, but he doesn't know jack about making wine. He's determined to do his late best friend proud no matter what it takes. Except his tasting room is empty. His wine is disgusting. Seriously, he once saw someone gag, and his buddy's legacy is circling the drain. No bank will give him the loan he needs to turn the business around, and when the gorgeous, feisty heiress knocks on his door, Natalie has haunted his dreams since the moment they met. But their sizzling chemistry immediately morphed into simmering insults. Now a quickie marriage could help them both. A sham wedding, a few weeks living under the same roof, and then they can go their separate ways, assuming they make it out alive. How hard could it be? There's just one thing they didn't account for: their unfortunate, unbearable, undeniable attraction. So, that is our final book for this list. I read the first one. She's the sister of the main dude from the other book. So, I don't have Powerless here, but I'm missing Powerless and Hidden Pictures, which I'm halfway through both of them already, but this is our TBR. So basically, we're starting over every 3 months with our TBR. If I don't finish a book, I have to pick a name. I have them in the jar back here. The names of all of these books in a jar. I have to pick one. It gives me one immediately that I have to put on without the dice. That's how we're gonna do it for 3 months. But then the next 3 months hit, the next quarter, we are going to restart. No penalties. Okay. That's that. For YouTube, I know I have been kind of like not really here, but here. I work, do school, and all the other stuff. I got a really big social life in November. Now it's kind of like down a little bit. But I am hoping that I can get 3 videos out a month at least. I want more than that. The goal is more than that, but 3 videos at least. So that's 1 TBR, 1 wrap up, and 1 reading vlog type of thing, or just like life vlog. I am gonna start trying to vlog every week and have those up too, extra. But that is my goal, is to get 3 videos a month out on YouTube for now. My semester of college ends at the end of this month. April 24th is my last final exam. But then this summer, I'm going to full-time work and do summer classes. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get out, but I'm hoping I can get at least 3 videos out a month. And we'll just work on that. I'm hoping I can get back on Instagram too and start up TikTok. I posted like 3 videos on TikTok and haven't posted since, but that is my goal for this channel for now. I'm going to talk more about that in a video that I'm planning on filming this weekend of like a reset thing. But I will see you guys hopefully on next Monday. That is the goal, is a video next Monday of my life reset. But I will see you guys when I see you. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.